Dear friends, good evening. I'm Justin. Just look here. There is anti-defection law. Anti-defection law. Lok Sabha. Be the Speaker of Lok Sabha. Functions of the Speaker of Lok Sabha. Duties of the Speaker of Lok Sabha. Ayushman Bharat Mission. About the writs in the courts. COVID-19. Krebs Mission, Gadar Party, Kaudilya's Arthashastra, Kings and Dynasties, Indirect Transfers, G20 Summit. These are some keywords I took from the very last year, Prelims 2022 exam. See, these are some of the keywords I took. Actually, these are some topics which you cover in your common syllabus. Why I say this is to break a myth that prelims, whatever you studied, whatever you prepared, whatever you practiced, preliminary examination or UPSC will cheat you in the prelims examination by asking 100 unknown questions. That is wrong idea. See, these are something you study from your static subjects or from your current affairs. It can be history, economy, geography, polity, environmental science, or it is common current affairs of last 1.5 years. Similar way, the same way, out of the 100 questions, 50 to 60 questions are directly from your syllabus only. These are things you have to, if you are a true civil service aspirant, if you cover the syllabus, you will come across these concepts and you have to cover in your subjects like a history, economy, geography, polity, environmental science, or current affairs. And here I would like to tell you one thing. These 50-60 questions is more than sufficient to clear the cutoff. Maximum cutoff can be 100 or 110. And if you answer the 50 to 60 questions means 120 marks. And why many lows? Because of overconfidence or because of lack of that presence of mind. Now this is something I would like to share you. Yes, something around 150 plus days are in front of you. You have sufficient time to cover them very systematically. If you cover them very well, obviously you have the solution. You have the time to crack these prelims 2023. Okay, so having a very organized strategy, a plan of preparation, that is very important here. Yes, there is a quote: the greatest weakness lies in giving up. This happens with us. Sometimes, most in our life events, we just give up. Something happened, and because of that reason, we give up. And that is the end of that particular game. Let me tell you, the best way to succeed always is just give a try one more time. This is exactly with the UPSC examination also. I'm telling you, because many of you are freshers and you might have come across the idea that, or many saying that I tried multiple times, I couldn't clear. Also, you should learn that there are people with the first or second attempt they cleared and they become civil servants. And those who couldn't clear, we are not blaming them. Something wrong with the strategy, something wrong with their preparation style. Maybe some more areas they missed out. So maybe they are focusing or concentrating some unwanted areas. Maybe the way they prepare, lack of practices, lack of revisions, something is reason for the failure. So here what is very important is if your vision is you set your mission in a higher in such a heights, obviously you have to work like anything in order to reach up to that level. Am I right? Yes, you want to become the civil servant, one of the most prestigious job in the country. Yes, I respect all jobs, but many aspirants, and for many of us, this is one of the most dignified, most prestigious, most of the aspirants, it is, for most of the aspirants, it is a dream career option. So if you really wish to clear this, and if you really wish to crack this competitive exam, of course, you have to invest that much energy and confidence, dedication and passion into this. Nothing is possible in this world without hard work. You have to put your hard work into that, definitely you will achieve it. So give your try and make it your best to try. then the result will be worse. Now coming to this, what all things required for this 150 days preparation? First important thing I would say, that is your health is very important. Take care of your health. You must have proper time to sleep. You are preparing for civil services doesn't mean that 24 hours you sit and prepare. Maybe you are preparing some other things, my professional courses, any professional law course you are studying, you are preparing anything else, or you are doing a job, you are a housewife, you are having babies. Nothing is, a blockade in front of you. Nothing is a hurdle in front of you. See, any situations, you are housewife, or you are houseman, or you are father, you are mother, or you have siblings, or you have job, or you have a boss, you have subordinates, or you are doing a professional course. Nothing is a barrier for this preparation. This is such a preparation, this is such an examination. You can just balance with your job, or your homely duties, whatever, with your children, everything. It's not necessary 24 hours you spend into this. Even if daily you are ready to give 6 hours of preparation, that is more than sufficient. But that 6 hours have to be very productive. So here you have a proper time for sleep. At least 6 hours you can sleep every day. You should sleep well. You have to take your food on time, your breakfast, your lunch, your dinner. Yes, of course. And you should have time for your like leisure activities also, cycling, jogging, walking, or swimming, whatever. All those things you have to do. But when you invest time for your preparation, be it 6 hours, 8 hours daily, let it. I mean, you can break it down. You can just divide it into small slot. Whenever you feel that you are full of energy, you have that mood for preparation, utilize it. So health is very important, and you have to be very passionate about this preparation. This is not just because of the reason my like a grandfathers had a dream, so I am doing, or it is out of compulsion I am doing. I want to marry a beautiful like a girl. I want to get a good dowry. I want to settle somewhere. I want to get a good social status because of my IAS wife or IAS husband. Is not that. You must have a dream. You must have a goal. Yes, you have to be passionate. You must have a reason for preparing this examination, and that has to be, that comes from your heart itself. Even if you are preparing for your girlfriend, nothing wrong in that, yeah, nothing wrong in that. Or preparing for your boyfriend, nothing wrong in that. But that has to be your dream. Okay, so be passionate about this. If you really wish to achieve something, you will go to any extremes. Am I right? Similar way, if it comes from your heart, definitely you are ready to do any hard work for clearing this exam. So you have to be very passionate, and all the time you must be driven by this why factor. Why you are preparing for this? You have the solid reason. Am I right? Yes, you must be driven by that why factor always, and must have the patience also. You may take different mock test here, and the marks could not be the best. Sometimes out of 200 your score is maybe 40, 30, 20, or sometimes it is minus degrees Celsius too. Doesn't matter. Just try to believe all the toppers, when they started this preparation, they all come across these events in the life. They also started from minus degree. They also started from 10, 20, 30. Okay, so it is common to all. And in the process of this, in the journey of this preparation, all how to come across this kind of ups and downs in the preparation. So don't worry about the marks. Don't worry about your retention capacity. You may feel that I am I am short-term memory, or I can't memorize anything. I have this issue. I have that issue. Different reasons you may have. Don't worry. Don't worry. Okay. See, you must have patience. You must have patience. Maybe sometimes after reading 4 times, 5 times, or revising multiple times only, yes, you understood that particular thing, or you are able to solve questions on that thing. Doesn't matter. It happens with everyone. You have time. Try to find out your weaknesses. What is actually happening with your preparations? Try to find it out and rectify it with the help of very experienced, very expert mentors. Okay. Now, coming to this examination, what all things required for you is understanding the exam pattern. This is very important. Coming to prelims, it has two papers, paper 1 and paper 2. Paper 1, it is having 100 questions. Each question carries 2 marks. So, total marks is 200. Out of 200, your target has to be something around 100 and 110. Because UPC cutoff always will be something around this. Previous years, it was less than 100. But you set a target, your score has to be out of 200, you have to set your target like 100 or 110. That has to be your target. Okay, 50% or 55% is required for clearing prelims paper 1. And CSAT paper, it has 80 questions. Each question carries 2.5 marks. And this is a qualifying paper for UPSC. That means just 33% is required. 67 marks out of 200 is enough. 67 marks out of 200 is enough to clear CSAT paper. Only 80 questions. Each question has 2.5. CSAT means Civil Service Aptitude Test. Arithmetic, mathematics, reasoning, and these comprehension areas. Only 67 marks required in CSAT. So in prelims paper, prelims has two objective papers. Paper 1, your target has to be scoring 100 or 110 out of 200. In paper 2 CSAT, it is, your score is something above 66. Okay, 67 is the qualifying marks for CSAT. Okay, obviously you have to target more than 67, but even if you score 67, you will qualify CSAT. Okay, these are two papers. So understanding that pattern, that is important. Then of course coming to syllabus, what all things you have to study here? History is there, economy is there, geography is there, polity is there, environmental science is there, current affairs is there. Whatever an Indian citizen must learn in his lifetime, all those things obviously we have. See, I'm telling you, this is not a rocket science here. You are born in India or anywhere, you want to be, live in India, you want to know, see, Indian economy, inflation, stagflation, or you want to know about the functioning of this Reserve Bank of India or Lok Sabha, Raj Sabha, or the selection process, how the parliament function. You want to know the basic concepts, am I right? You want to know the history of India. You want to know the ecology of India, environmental system, or maybe the biomes of or biomass of, I mean, you see some basic concepts, coming to this geography, the climatic conditions, atmospheric structure or pressure, or coming to this earthquakes, or maybe this what is called these volcanoes. You see different basic concepts you are very curious to know about. What I am saying is some basic, the so-called humanities subjects only you have to study. You know whatever your backgrounds, maybe science, medicine, you are engineering, or you are like any backgrounds, doesn't matter. Just because if you have a humanities background, that is more than sufficient here. You are engineer, you are doctor, you are a teacher, or you just done a graduation, nothing matters here. Your background doesn't matter here. Just have a graduation, enough. If you have interest for these subjects, these are some very interesting subjects. I strongly believe as a human being, we must have an idea about our environmental system, our ecology. Okay, as an Indian, we must know our constitution, our political system, or our economic, structure, or our history, our culture, our geography. We must have an idea about this. Because we travel different parts of India, we come across different types of that societies, geographical features, or ecological systems, different things. At least we must know about the basic fundamental rights, fundamental duties, what all things our constitution guarantees, how to approach a court, or what kind of the legal, a protection given to a citizen of India. All these things we must know, at least to save ourselves from different types of exploitation. Am I right? So those things only you need to study here. That has to be studied in a very systematic way. UPSC has a syllabus, accordingly you have to study these subjects. Okay, so history, geography, polity, environment, ecology, or science and tech, current affairs are the core subjects you have to study here, which can be studied by anybody, anytime. Okay, then you see previous year questions. It is always nice if you are preparing for these subjects or for this exam, study these subjects systematically. It is not everything you have to study from each subject. Core areas according to syllabus that your mentor will guide you. You study them well, then revise them through solving the previous year questions. That is one of the easiest and most productive way of clearing this exam. At least the last 10 years papers you have to practice well. Previous year's questions you have to practice well. NCERTs, if you have any starting trouble, if you have difficulty with any subject, the easiest way to study that subject or easiest way to study the fundamentals is starting with NCERTs. For all these subjects, NCERT textbooks are available. Even UPSC also trust on NCERT, most authentic, kitab resources for this civil service preparation. So you can start with NCERT, very simple language. Anybody can, any child can understand. So you can start with NCERT. The basics of all these subjects you can start with NCERT. Okay, in Amazon, Flipkart, you can order for these NCERTs, or in nearby shops, you will get these NCERT standard books, from 6th standard to 12th standard. You can start with NCERT. Then CSAT. CSAT is, of course, arithmetics, mathematics. Your basic maths you study in the 10th level. UPSC in the syllabus, they say that it is 10th level maths, arithmetics, and reasoning, etc. But still, you have to do lots of practices. The UPSC questions previously asked, you have to do a lot of practices. If your maths is weak, comprehension is weak, get the support of a mentor. Then mock test you must do. Mock test, because in the mock test, I am telling you, in the mock test you will make so many mistakes here. In the mock test you will do, suppose you are very confident about certain subject, but when you solve the questions you will understand that because of carelessness, because of factual error, because of lack of revisions, because of that lack of time management, you made errors. So when you understand you made errors, that understanding is, the investment for your final success. Because in the mock test you will make mistakes, and when you realize that, when you analyze that, okay, these are the reasons I made mistakes, I made negative marks, I made low marks, and when you are ready to rectify it in the final exam, that will be, yes, that will be an easy go for you, that will be a cakewalk for you if you studied about yourself, studied about your problems and all. Okay, so mock test, I would say, don't miss. You have to practice the mock test of UPSC standard. Then I would say that the triple R, which is read, revision, repeat concept is the, you have to read a lot, you have to revise a lot, and you have to repeat the same process. Okay, you learn well, revise them multiple times, because UPSC always say it is not like studying lots of textbooks. It is about limiting your sources, your resources, and revising them multiple times. That matters a lot here. Okay, so what is very important is, yes, you have to learn the core subjects, core concepts, then revise them. Each subject you have to revise multiple times. You have to practice them. You have to take the mocks, and you have to make yourself a super strong or consolidated with each subject and each paper. These things are required for clearing this examination. Okay, then see, usually the UPSC asks like this: history 14 to 20 questions. Sometimes it is as low as 13 14 questions, sometimes as high as 20 questions. So history you can expect something around or something between 14 to 20 questions. Economy 16 to 22 questions. Polity 12 to 16 questions. Environment 12 to 16 questions. Geography 10 to 12 questions. Science and tech 6 to 10 questions. Current affairs 20 to 30 questions. Okay, all these subject wise current affairs, sometimes static and related current affairs, integrated, that kind of, for example, economy. Sometimes economic questions can be, yes, something which is in the news and its a static portion is asked. Okay, so sometimes some current affairs are, that is integrated with that particular static concept of the subject. Sometimes exclusive current affairs are asked about international relations, or maybe something related to education, women, health, you see, or security, that kind of questions, UN councils, etc. So see, usually this is the number of questions UPSC has in the prelims paper 1. Accordingly, you must know the weightage of each subject. Accordingly, you prepare very well, and things will be much easier for you. To know more about these programs, or more about these preparations, or if you want to clear any doubts regarding this, you can always contact us. And we are launching an exclusive prelims crash course series, or a prelims crash course for 2023 students who wish to clear prelims preparation in the quickest of time. Okay, because we have something around, how many days left for us? Is it's like this month you have 8 days, next month Jan you have 31 days, then February it is 28 days, March 31, April 30, and May 27 days. So it is almost something 150 155 days if you really wish to finish your preparation, and if you want to give a one of the best attempt in 2023, obviously you can start from now onwards. Then you can spend either 6 to 8 hours daily, or it is 8 to 12 hours daily. That means if you are a working professional, you may have 6 hours every day. If you are full-time aspirant, you may have 8 to 12 hours a day. Okay, but it is fine if it is 8 hours, 8 to 12 hours you have, or 6 to 8 hours you have, doesn't matter. We will prepare a chart or schedule accordingly. We will set our a support mechanism program accordingly. Then you can divide your daily preparation hours like a 1 hour slot or 45-minute slots. and you have to cover the core subjects and peripheral subjects simultaneously. We have a strategy for that. Current affairs also must be done on regular basis, on daily basis. See that once you understood the concepts, you have to give n number of practices. That matters a lot. Then you also during this time you can have, yes, a good practice of the mains topics also. There are some mains areas: ethics is there, society, social justice, security, IR, disaster management. Some mains areas also can be balanced well with these prelims preparations. Okay, so a strategy that we will discuss with you. If you have doubts, you can contact us, and our course mentors, our coordinators will help you to understand how is that plan for you to cover and to clear this exam in the next 150 days. So anyway, my wishes and my yeah, best wishes to all aspirants. And Gallant IAS is always there to help you to sort it out, or to understand what kind of the strategy each of you, or a customizable strategy you should follow to clear 2023. And there are no shortcuts to success, I'm telling you. Of course, if you have a passion for this, if you're so much interested with this preparation and cracking of this exam, obviously you have to put your hard work, your smart hard work into this, and you must have a very disciplined, organized pattern of preparation, and of course you can clear. That's it. All the best, and please do support us by subscribing and sharing our content with your friends. All the best. Thank you.